Ayan. So isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Magandang araw sa ating mga kandidato, mga guro at mga estudyante na nanonood sa ating YouTube Live. At welcome sa ating SGC Halalan 2022, the meeting, the Avance. So for this year, meron po tayong dalawang partido ang UO Party List at ang Love Party List na tumatakbo sa posisyon ng councilor. At dito sa ating meeting de Avance, mapakikinggan natin ang kanilang mga advokasya, plataforma at mga plano sa kanilang darating na termino sa panuroang taon ng 2023. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Yuan Heladura, this year's SGC Chairman at ang inyong lingkod ngayong araw. So to formally start this program, let us start with the Paduan prayer. So let us all bow our heads and feel the presence of the Lord. Spirit.
Almighty God, source of all that is good and true, we ask you to guide us in the path that Jesus, your Son, has shown us in the fullness of time. Send your Spirit to be with us in all our endeavors, that we may be strengthened to live out the vision and mission of our beloved school. Bless all the students, teachers, and administrators of San Antonio de Padua College. Us in your providential care as we do our best to serve and love one another. Amen. Saint Anthony of Padua, pray for us.
Now let us put our right hand to our left chest and sing the national anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayan. So isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Magandang araw sa ating mga kandidato, mga guro at mga estudyante na nanonood sa ating YouTube Live. At welcome sa ating SGC Halalan 2022 The Meeting the Avance. So for this year, meron po tayong dalawang partido, ang UO Party List at ang Love Party List na tumatakbo sa posisyon ng councilor. At dito sa ating meeting the Avance, mapapakinggan natin ang kanilang mga advokasya, plataforma at mga plano sa kanilang Now, I would like to call on our SGC Secretary of Internal Affairs at ang ating SGC COMELEC Head for the panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas and the Paduan Credo.
Now raise your right hand as we recite the panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayan ng makadiyos, makatao, makalikasan at makabansa. Bring your right hand raised as we recite the Paduan Credo. I belong to the San Antonio de Padua College. As a true Paduan, I strongly believe in the school's philosophy that education is a holistic experience of learning and living out. I am confident that it respects my individuality as it teaches me to live an authentic life, nurturing me to become a dynamic and creative member of society. That it is committed to making me a better person in the service of God, my family, my country, and the world. And that it set itself as a living example of charity, humility, and patience. Trusting the school's dedication to duty, I shall uphold its vision and mission and bear the mark of a true Paduan today and forever.
Alright, so thank you sa ating technical team and kay Miss Cristabel Fernandez. Now, let us now start with the SGC Halalan 2022, the meeting, the Avance. So first, let us have our guidelines. Next slide, please. Yeah. Okay. So we have our general guidelines for the election. So this is included sa buong election, buong canvassing of the officers. So number one is all bona fide high school students of San Antonio de Padua College are allowed to run for available positions. Next is only bona fide high school students are electorates for this election. Number three, only the position of councilors and executive associates are open for election. Any other positions are subject to appointment due to shortage of candidates. Next, we have all procedures of the SGC Halalan 2022 will be held online. Next, electorates can select a maximum of 6 councilors only in the ballot system. And number 6, duly elected officers based from the ballots are final and cannot be changed. Further complaints will not be acknowledged unless electoral fraud or any other violations filed against a candidate is presented. Okay, next slide. Okay, so here naman ang ating meeting the Avance guidelines. So for the first, accredited candidates have the chance to prove themselves to the Paduan community in a form of introduction, debate, and interview. Next, second, in the debate proper, each candidate is paired with another candidate. Candidates are given 60 seconds for their opening argument, and then each are given 30 seconds for their rebuttals, and candidates can only argue in 3 rounds. Next, one candidate must not speak, interfere, or cause disturbance when another candidate is speaking. Number 4, order of speakers will be determined by the raise the hand feature in the Google Meet. The first candidate to raise their hand will decide who goes first. And lastly, in their last 10 seconds, candidates will hear this sound. And when their time is up, they will hear this sound. Ayan. And also, paalala lang sa ating counselors to kindly open their cameras for today's event. Okay, so next slide po. Ayan. So first, dako muna tayo sa ating introduction of candidates. Now, as I said earlier, meron tayong dalawang party list. At sisimulan natin to sa Unbreakable When United. So as I call your name, makikigreet na lang po ang ating mga manonood. So sa ating party list. Next slide po. Yeah. So we have the first party list, ang Unbreakable When United party list. Ang number 1 sa balota, we have Sangkon Johan Kyle D. from grade 9 running for councilor. So magandang araw, Mr. Johan.
Magandang araw.
Okay, so next we have so number 2 sa balota, we have Miss Aguilar Jerabel R. grade 9 running for councilor. Magandang araw, Miss Jerabel.
Magandang araw po.
Next, we have Mr. Rebong Carl Daniel M. from grade 11, number 3 sa balota. Magandang araw po, Mr. Carl. Okay, next we have number 4 sa balota, we have Miss Napisa Crisoberil J. from grade 7. Magandang araw po, Miss Napisa.
Magandang araw.
Okay. Next. Okay. So number 5 naman sa balota, we have Miss Oliveros Gia Liana from grade 7 running for councilor. Magandang araw, Miss Oliveros.
Magandang araw.
Okay, number 6. Okay, number 6, ang last sa ating Unbreakable When United party list, Miss Dalo Drixin Angel D. from grade 7, number 6 sa balota. Magandang araw, Miss Drixin.
Magandang araw po.
Yan, thank you. Yan, so that is it for our first party list, ang Unbreakable When United leaders. Next naman, we have another accredited party list for this year, ang Love Party List, o ang Leaders of Value and Efficiency. At nangunguna sa kanilang listahan ay So number 7 sa ating balota, si Mr. Abarentos Francis Uriel from grade 9. Magandang araw, Mr. Abarentos.
Magandang araw po.
So correction lang, they are from the Love Party List instead of the O Party List gaya na nakalagay sa kanilang sa ating screen. So next, we have another one from the Love Party List, number 8 sa balota, Miss Vasquez Dean Lian R. from grade 9, running for counselor. Magandang araw po, Miss Vasquez.
Magandang araw po.
Okay, next. And so another one from the Love Party List, we have Miss De Castro Lauris M. From grade 8, number 9 sa balota. Magandang araw po, Miss Lauris. Okay, next we have so number 10 sa ating balota, Miss Albahera Denise Gabriel from grade 7 under the Love Party List. Magandang araw po, Miss Denise.
Magandang araw po.
Okay, next. Number 11 naman sa ating balota, si Miss Makuha Sofia Kim M. from grade 9 under the Love Party List. Magandang araw po, Miss Sofia.
Magandang araw po.
At last sa kanilang party list, number 12, Mr. Jacob Herbert Joshua E. from grade 8 under the Love Party List. Magandang araw po, Mr. Herbert.
Magandang araw po.
So that is it for our our Love Party List, ang Leaders of Values and Efficiency Party List. So, ngayon na ating kilala na ang ating mga kandidato for this year's election, ating alamin ang advokasya ng Unbreakable When United Party List sa kanilang hinandang audiovisual presentation. So sa ating technical, makikiplay po ng ating advokasya ng UO Party List.
Magandang araw, Paduans. I am Johan Kyle Dizender. From the first day I arrived at SAPC, I knew I wanted to become more involved to serve on our school. I consistently spend time in leadership roles and try to make this school an even better place than it already is. Many of you probably know me. It probably once surprised you that I have decided to run for student council. As student council, I will strive to continue to make improvements in our school for every student here at SAPC. The student council works side by side with the student body and the administration to ensure student events throughout the year are successful. As your counselor, I will ensure that you have a memorable year. Today, I will listen to your concern and work hard for you.
Magandang araw, Paduans. This is Jarabel Aguilar, incoming grade 10 student running for counselor. This school year 2022 to 2023, my main goal is to encourage the Paduans to join and participate in SGC's upcoming events. We will make this school year memorable. I also want to help and be the voice of those Paduans who are suffering in academic pressure. I'll be your friend who's always ready to listen to all your complaints, problems, and all. And I promise na lahat ng ideas and suggestions nyo ay makakarating sa chairman at mabibigyan ng pansin. Again, this is Jarabel Aguilar, running for councilor. Thank you and hanggang sa muli.
To all of you, my name is Carl Daniel M. Rebing. I'm here to introduce my advocacy. As a student, we are all aware of HIV disease, right? It is harmful disease that can kill people. So the reason why we choose to raise an awareness for HIV/AIDS is for us youth to be able to fight this kind of disease and to understand the harmful effect of HIV/AIDS. So for us to be able to fight this kind of disease, we need to have a unity. Stand with us. That is advocating for the awareness of HIV/AIDS here in community. We are all going to do the best as we can. We can serve and discuss our advocacy here. We are here to promote our advocacy to protect people, especially our fellow young generation. We don't want to suffer from a curable disease. We want to help life. If we are given a chance to have a power to raise our awareness, we are going to have an action to serve. Thank you.
Hi, magandang araw. Ako si Crisabel Jana Pisa, 13 years old, from Grade 7, Group 3, Malikain. Ako ay nagmula sa UU Party List. UU, Unbreakable when United. Or in Tagalog, hindi masisira kapag nagkakaisa. Kaya ako tumakbo as a counselor dahil unang-una, alam ko ang kakayahan ng isang individual na gaya ko na irepresenta ang aking sarili at maging mabuting halimbawa sa pamamagitan ng pagiging responsableng estudyante o mag-aaral. Gaya ng tungkulin na naiata sa akin ngayong school year, gusto kong itong ipagpatuloy, like pagtulong sa pag-organize ng mga events ng ating paaralan na naranasan ko at alam kong nagampanan ko ang tungkulin ko sa maikling panahon habang tayo'y naka-online distance learning ngayon. At alam kong mas mapapabuti ko pa ito kung hahayaan niyo akong manungkulan muli. Isa rin sa aking hangarin ay ang pagkakaisa ng lahat. Mula sa UU Party List, Crisoberan Gina Pisa, or you can call me Yaga or Chrissy. Maraming salamat.
Giuliana Leferros, grade 7 student, running for the position of counselor under UU Party List. Unbreakable when united. As our party list name implied, as a candidate, I will do my best for every Paduan to be united, possessing the core values of humility, charity, and patience. If elected as counselor, I would like to establish a group that will help students having difficulties in studying, giving them advice and recommendations to be able to enjoy learning.
Magandang araw, Paduans. I am Drixin Angel Dalo from Grade 7 Humility. I am running for counselor for next school year's student council. My top goal next school year is to pursue Paduans to continue their studies and help those who are struggling from learning online classes. I know you're wondering, why should I listen to this person? I had experience joining student council back in LM, and I know I'm capable for the position. Again, I'm Drixin Dalo, running for counselor. Hanggang sa muli.
Okay, so that is it sa ating Unbreakable When United Party List. At narinig na kanilang mga advokasya. So maraming salamat sa ating UU Party List. Sa serbisyong Unbreakable, hindi ka mapapatrouble. So next naman, let us move on sa advokasya ng kabilang partido, ang Leaders of Values and Efficiency o ang Love Party List. So narito ang kanilang advokasya.
Magandang araw, Paduans! I'm Francis Yuri L. Abarentos, an incoming grade 10 student running for counselor. Isn't it so hard trying to find motivation in an online setting? The driving force that will assist you in completing your assignments. My advocacy as a counselor aims to motivate and inspire students to perform better in school. I want to be able to inspire my fellow Paduans to achieve more. I want to be part of something more. That's why I believe that being part of the SGC will help me achieve my advocacy. Again, I am Francis Yuri L. Abarentos, a proud Paduan, running for counselor.
Magandang araw, Paduans. I'm Loris Winona M. De Castro, running for Student Councilor this upcoming school year 2022 to 2023. My main goal or advocacy is to improve the weaknesses of students. Many students at this time lack on public speaking, socializing, and being confident, and I want those weaknesses to improve. We, the Supreme Governing Council, will help you to become the best version of yourself. It might be my first time joining SGC, but I will make sure that I will do my best and to help my co-patrons. Again, I'm Loris Winona M. De Castro, ready to serve you.
Magandang araw, I'm Sophia Kim M. Makuha, incoming grade 10 student running for the position of Councilor in the Supreme Governing Council. My advocacy as a counselor is to be a model of embracing changes and serve as a listener to every Paduans, especially to those students who's encountering difficulties in their studies. Well, not just their studies, but with also their personal problems. I listen with no judgment and correct them if they're wrong. My main objective is to rise up the students' interest to our school and especially their academic achievement.
I can lead, I can teach, and we will all rise as one Paduans. Again, I'm Sophia Kim M. Makuha, running for the position of Councilor.
Magandang araw, Paduans. My name is Denise Gabriel Bahera, and I am running for Councilor this 2022 to 2023. The reason why I want to be a leader is not because I want to. I want to be a leader because I want to serve the Paduan community. My advocacy as a leader is to inspire and do my responsibility, because that's really important as a leader. I know it takes a lot of trust to vote someone, but I am willing to earn your trust and work hard every day. Again, I am Denise Gabriel Bahera, running for councilor, and I am ready to serve you.
Magandang araw, Paduans! My name is Lilian Vasquez from grade 9, and I am running as your SGC counselor. My advocacy for this upcoming school year is to encourage other students to participate in school activities and events. Because isn't it tiring of hearing the same names, seeing the same faces of your other classmates? I want to approach them and see what I can help to boost their confidence, to see their suggestions, opinions, interests, and also to hear their voices. That's why I want to make changes that not only students with high academics can participate in such events. Therefore, activities for students should be equally distributed for every one of us so that we can say everyone had a wonderful school year. Again, I'm Dilian Vasquez, running for SGC Councilor. Maraming salamat!
Magandang araw, Paduans. My name is Herbert Joshua A. Jacob. I'm running for the position of Student Councilor in the Supreme Governing Council. My advancement in running this position is to help those frailty students lacking composure in conversing. While I lack the skill to lead, I assure you that the Supreme Governing Council will help you with your lack of conversing. Once again, my name is Herbert Joshua A. Jacob, running for the position of Student Councilor.
Alright, so ayan, napakinggan na natin ang advokasya ng Love Party List sa partidong hindi ka mabibigo at masasaktan, sa Leaders of Values and Efficiency o ang Love Party List. And there we have it, nakarinig na natin ang mga advokasya ng dalawang party list. Let us now move on to the next part of the program, ang ating debate proper. So, magkakaroon lamang tayo ng ating ng kaunting guidelines para sa ating debate. Next slide po. Ayan, okay. So, isang debate guidance lamang po. And the debate guidelines, each candidate is paired with another candidate. Ang mga bawat kandidato ay mabibigyan ng 60 seconds, so 1 minuto, para sa kanilang opening argument. At mabibigyan sila ng 30 seconds para sa kanilang rebuttals. At sila, ang bawat kandidato ay, bawat magkalaban ay maglalaban in 3 rounds only. Ang isang kandidato ay, one candidate must not speak, interfere, or cause disturbance when another candidate is speaking. Orders of the speaker will be determined by the raise the hand feature in Google Meet. The first candidate to raise their hand decide who goes first. At sa kanilang last 10 seconds, ang mga kandidato ay maririnig ang hudyat na. At kapag tapos na ang kanilang oras, maririnig naman nila ang... Okay, so paalala lamang po sa ating counselors, manatiling naka-open ang mga camera. At para din sa kaalaman ng lahat, ngayon lang malalaman ng ating mga kandidato so kung sino ang kanilang makakalaban sa ating debate. So we have 6 questions na paglalabanan ng ating counselors. So sa ating mga kandidato, ready na ba ang lahat? Makikiraise naman ang hand if ready na. Okay, ayan. Okay, so mukhang ready na ang ating mga kandidato. So let's start sa ating unang magkalaban. We have candidate number 7 and candidate number 1. So nandito ba si candidate number 7 at si candidate number 1? Okay, so ang candidate number 1 si Mr. Johan. Candidate number 7 ay si Mr. Francis. Tama po? Okay, so para malaman natin kung sino ang unang magsasalita, makikiraise ng hand sa hudyat ng go. So, maaari kayong mag-raise ng hand in 3, 2, 1, and go. So, base sa ating cue, nauna si Mr. Johan. So, Mr. Johan, sino ang gusto mong mauna sa inyo ni Mr. Francis?
Si Yuri na lang po.
Okay, so base kay Mr. Johan, si Mr. Yuri ang mauunang magsalita. So, ang inyong tanong, ang ating tanong, previous slide po, Ms. Kylie. No. Wait lang. Wala po yung questions na slide, Ms. Kylie. Yes. Ayan. Okay, that. So ating question number 3. Ayan. So ang ating question for Mr. Johan and Mr. Francis, among the 3 values ng SGC, what is the most important one for you as a leader? Again, sa ating kay Mr. Johan and Mr. Francis, among the 3 values of SGC, what is the most important one for you as a leader? So, Mr. Francis, ang iyong timer will start. Ms. Kylie. Okay, so let's wait for the timer. Ayan. So, Mr. Francis, your timer starts now.
Okay, for me, I believe that commitment is the most important value that a leader needs to have. Because with commitment, you're committing yourself to your responsibilities as a leader. You are focused on and determined in your goal to serve our community and to do it wholeheartedly. That's all.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Francis. Okay. So Mr. Johan Kyle, your 1 minute starts. Your 1 minute starts now.
For me, goodwill. Because pag pag may goodwill tayo, diyan yung pumapasok yung kabutihan ng isang tao. Pag may goodwill, makakapag-serbisyo ka ng tama, yung mga hinaing ng mga tao mapapakinggan mo. At pag may goodwill, may magagawa mo yung mga kailangan mong gawin. That's all.
Okay. Okay, so thank you sa ating sa inyong opening argument. Now, Mr. Francis, open ang floor for rebuttal. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, yes, I agree with you, Johan, that goodwill is very important. However, with commitment, you can do way more with commitment rather than goodwill.
Okay, so Mr. Johan, open ang rebuttal. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Mas maganda for me, mas maganda yung goodwill dahil kung wala kang goodwill, hindi mo magagawa ng tama yung kailangan mong gawin.
Yeah. Okay, so I would like to remind yung ating candidates to utilize your time, okay? Okay, so next naman, another rebuttal for Mr. Francis. Your 30 seconds starts now.
For me, I disagree with you. You can still do your job efficiently and correctly with commitment. You don't necessarily need goodwill kasi it's just your intention to lead and serve our community. However, but with commitment, you can commit yourself to the job, to your responsibility to serve our community and our fellow Paduans.
Okay, so next, Mr. Johan, for your another rebuttal. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Committed ka nga, pero wala ka naman goodwill. So, magagawa mo ba ng tama yung mga kailangan mong gawin? Then, sa pagdedesisyon, kung may goodwill ka, mas nasa puso mo yung magagawa mo at yung mas nagagawa mo ng tama yung mga gusto mong gawin. And thank you.
And okay, so for another last rebuttal for Mr. Francis, your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, so as long as I'm committed to the job and to serve our community, as long as I'm determined to do my job, I believe that I can do way more and do it efficiently more than you, rather than just you and your goodwill. That's all.
Okay, ang huling statement naman from Mr. Johan. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Ang akin lang naman po, pag may goodwill ka, mas magagawa mo yung gusto mo, yun lang.
Ayan. Okay, so that is it sa ating first pair. Thank you so much kay candidate number 1, Mr. Johan Kyle Dizon, and kay candidate number 7, kay Mr. Francis Yuri Ayan. So thank you so much sa ating first pair. So I think nawala ang ating technical team. Hold on. Ayan, okay. Ayan, so ang ating, ayan, okay, we're back. Okay. Okay, so Miss Kylie, okay na po ang internet? Ayan, okay. Miss Kylie, are you there? Let's wait lang for the confirmation. So, ayan, so ayan, okay, yes po, sabi ni Miss Kylie. So, dako naman tayo sa ating pangalawang pair. Sa ating pangalawang pair, we have candidate number 5 and candidate number 10. So, makikiraise naman ang hand ni candidate number 5. Candidate number 5. So candidate number 5, we have Miss Gia Oliveros. And ang ating candidate number 10 ay si Miss Albahera Denise Gabriel. Okay, ayan. Nag-raise ng hand si candidate number 5. How about si candidate number 10? Okay, so makiki-open na lang po ng ating cameras. Ayan, okay. Candidate number 10, candidate number 5. Okay. So, sa ating question number 1, Miss Kylie. Ay, oh wait. Okay, I'm sorry. So, kay candidate number 5 and candidate number 10, makiki-raise naman ng hand para malaman natin kung sino ang mauuna. Ay, wait. Magsimula po tayo mag-raise ng hand sa hudyat ng go. So, candidate number 5 and number 10, makiki-raise ng hand in 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, so sa ating queue from first to last, nauna si candidate number 10, si Miss Denise Gabriel Albihar. So Miss Denise, sino po ang gusto niyong mauna sa inyo ni candidate number 5?
Si Gianna po.
Okay, so candidate number 5, ikaw ang mauunang magsalita. So sa ating question, yung first question. Ayan. So, question number 1. So, sa ating academic, sa inyong pananaw, ano ang mas makakabuti? Ang face-to-face or online classes? Again, for candidate number 10 and number 5, sa inyong pananaw, ano ang mas makakabuti? Face-to-face or online classes? So, Ms. Gia Liano Oliveros, your 1 minute starts in... Wait lang. So, una po natin masasalita si Ms. Gia Liano Oliveros, number 5 sa balota. So, sa ating timer po. Ayan. So, your timer starts, Ms. Gia Liano Oliveros, your timer starts now.
Feeling ko po mas maganda po yung face-to-face kasi po may magagawa ka po doon na hindi magagawa sa online class na mas mabilis po. Like katulad po ng performance test, medyo nahihirapan po ako doon. Tapos po, yung yung hindi ka po mawawala sa klase. Kumari po, mahina po yung connection or like pag maingay po yung mga katabi mo, parang hindi ka po ayun po. Pati mas focus ka po pag nasa face-to-face. Ayun lang.
Okay. So, thank you, Ms. Gia Liano Oliveros. Now, next naman for her opening statement, si candidate number 10, Ms. Denise Gabriel Albahera. Your 1 minute starts now.
Para sa akin po, pwede pa din po natin gawin yun. Ang problema lang naman po is internet. And madami pa po tayong pwedeng matutunan sa online class like editing po and iba po pong pwedeng gawin sa like cellphone po or sa computer. And we can have time for ourselves po. Yan po. That's all.
So that is it for their opening statements. Now the floor is open for rebuttal. So mauuna sa pag-rebut si Miss Gia Liano Oliveros. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Feel ko po, yung editing po, pwede po siyang matutunan sa face-to-face classes po. And like, minsan po yung students po is may lack of gadgets po na pwedeng gamitin. And feel ko po, mas madami ka po matututunan sa face-to-face classes kasi parang mas madaming time para sa para sa lessons po.
Okay, so thank you. Now, Miss Denise, your rebuttal. Your timer starts now.
Para sa akin po, pwede ka ba din po mag-edit kahit online class naman. Actually, mas madami ka pa pong time pag nag-online class ka kasi yung actually the face-to-face classes is like 6 hours po sa amin and sa elementary. And para sa akin po, mas maganda po talaga if nasa bahay ka lang po and mas matutulungan mo pa po yung parents mo if nasa bahay ka po.
Okay. So another rebuttal for Miss Gia Liana Oliveros. Your 30 seconds starts now.
And I also feel like po, pag nasa face-to-face classes, pwede ka po mag-socialize sa ibang tao. Kasi, yung ibang tao, example po, introverts po, kailangan po nilang lumabas din at makipag-socialize po sa tao para makapag-create sila ng new friends, gano'n po.
Okay, so another rebuttal for Miss Denise Gabriel. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Para sa akin, pwede ka pa din naman makipag-socialize kahit nasa online ka kasi mas madami kang makikilala doon kaysa sa face-to-face. I mean, madaming students sa face-to-face pero hindi lang students yung mga makikilala mo sa online and madami ka pang ibang matututunan sa social media platform. Like, kahit staying at home ka, madami kang matututunan if mag-explore ka sa social media. Ganun.
Okay, so we will give the last rebuttal a last round for Miss Gia Liana Oliveros para depensahan ang kanyang face-to-face classes. So, your 30 seconds starts now.
I feel like po, mas maganda po na parang na-meet mo personally kasi sa social media platforms po, baka po mimiya matanda po siya or like something na masama. Pati po, pwede ka naman po matuto sa real life experience po.
Okay, so thank you. Now, last rebuttal naman ni Miss Denise Gabriel Albejera. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Para sa akin, you should know your limitation when you're using your social media kasi tama ka na madaming pwede kang makilala na matanda or hindi mo alam. Pero dapat alam mo na tama yung kinakausap mo and tama yung mga sinasabi mo. Tsaka mas madami ka pang matututunan na pwede mong magamit sa school activities mo and for your performance task.
Ayan. So thank you kay candidate number 5 and candidate number 10 sa ating balota. So for our next pair, for our next pair, we have si candidate number 3 at si candidate number 12. So, nandito po ba si candidate number 3 and si candidate number 12? Makikiraise ng hand ni candidate number 12. At, yan. So, nandito si Mr. Herbert. How about si candidate number 3? Candidate number 3. Si Mr. Carl Daniel Rebong, right? Let's see sa ating meet. Yeah. Okay, I think wala si candidate number 3 from UU Party List. Tama po? Wala po si candidate number 3, si Carl Daniel M. Rebong. So, meron tayong absent sa ating debate right now. Pero we will still give a chance kay candidate number 12 para ilabas ang kanyang punto. So, ang ating question number 2 for candidate number 12. We will give you 1 minute na lang po para depensahan yung inyong point. Ayan. So let's wait. Ayan. So kay Mr. Herbert, so absent si Mr. Carl. Okay. So Mr. Herbert, we will give you 1 minute for this question. So, sa serbisyo, dapat bang unahin ang puso o isip? Again, Mr. Herbert, sa serbisyo, dapat bang unahin ang puso o ang isip? So, your 1 minute. Yung timer po. So, Mr. Herbert, ready ka na po ba? Okay, so let's wait lang for doon sa ating timer. Ayan. So, Mr. Herbert, puso o isip, your timer starts now.
Well, for me, I have to choose mind because, for your mind, you can use it at your full potential. So, you can use it to think more of, a unique answer for a unique question. So, if you were, given a hard question, you can use your mind to its full potential to think of a unique answer. There's more stuff that you can do with your mind, like thinking, of course, and some other stuff, of course.
Okay, the shortcut code couldn't be machine. But
Ayan. So, thank you kay Mr. Herbert, number 12 sa balota. Okay. Hold on. And so, I would like to take this opportunity to greet everyone sa ating Google Meet and sa ating YouTube Live, sa ating mga teachers and mga students. Magandang araw po. So, sa ating next pair naman po, next pair. So, tapos na si candidate number 12 sa puso o isip. Next pair naman ay si candidate number 4 and si candidate number 8. So, candidate number 4 from UU Party List. Makikiraise po ng hand. Yan. So, si Ms. Crisoberel na Pisa. Candidate number 8 from Love Party List. Makikiraise po ng ating hand. Yan. Dean Lian Romano Vasquez. Okay. So, candidate number 4 and number 8. makiki-raise po ng hand sa hudyat na go para malaman natin kung sino ang mauuna. So, number 4 and number 8, you may raise your hand in 3, 2, 1, and go. Ayan. So, nauna si Miss, nakalagay sa ating queue, nauna si Miss Crisoberil J. Napisa. So, nauna si Miss Crisoberil Napisa. So, Miss Napisa, sino ang gusto mong mauna sa inyo ni Miss Dean?
Ako po muna.
So, candidate number 4, tama? Okay. So, candidate number 4, here is your question. Question number 4. So, let's wait lang po. Yan. So habang hinihintay, I would like to remind everyone po na ang ating meeting de Avance ay naka-live sa ating YouTube page na SGC Scope. So you may share this with your friends and your social media using our official hashtag SGC Halalan 2022. And I would like to remind everyone din po sa ating election day at magsisimula po ang ating pagbubukas ng ating mga balota shortly after this program at matatapos siya after 24 hours of uploading. Ayan, okay. So para kay candidate number 4 and number 8, so mauna si candidate number 4, Miss Napisa. So for your question, be kind or be right? Your 60 seconds starts in... Wait lang po. Ayan. So your 60 seconds, your opening argument starts in 1, 2, 3, and now.
Para sa akin po, ang ano po ay be right. Kasi aanhin mo ang be kind if hindi ka tama. Yes, be kind, be right kasi kapag nasa tama ka po, nandun ka na rin po sa point na pagiging mabait. And kapag tama ka po is madedepensahan mo yung sarili mo sa maling sagot.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Napisa. Next, we have si Ms. Vasquez. Your opening argument with the 60 seconds starts. Yeah. So your Ms. Vasquez, your timer, your be kind or be right, your timer starts now.
For me po, be kind. Kasi tama ka nga. May natulong ka.
So, continue, Ms. Vasquez.
Sorry po. For me po, be kind. Tama ka nga. May natutulong ka sa ibang fellow students. Pero na-appreciate ba nila to? Like, isa sa kalimitan na focus ng mga counselor is mental health. So, kung natulungan mo nga sila, pero hindi naman nila na-appreciate or sumama pa yung loob nila, parang wala ka na ding natulong. So, be kind po sa akin. Yan lang po.
Okay, I think we can cut the timer. Okay, so the floor is open for rebuttal. Ms. Napisa, your 30 seconds Your 30 seconds. Wait lang po. I think nagkakaroon ulit ng technical problem. Ayan. So, Miss Nafisa, your timer starts now.
For me, be right. Kasi if kind ka nga, wala ka naman sa tama, aanhin mo yun. For be right. Kasi kung nasa tama ka, you will be successful. Kasi tama ka, mabait ka nga, wala ka naman sa tama.
Yeah, so thank you, Miss Nafisa. So for your rebuttal, Miss Dean Vasquez, your 30 seconds starts now.
You're right, tama. Mabait nga ako, pero hindi naman ako tama. Pero ang focus kasi ng isang counselor is appreciating others. Like supportiveness. Kaya
Okay, thank you, Miss Vasquez. Now for her second rebuttal, Miss Nafisa, your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, let's say na supportive ka, be kind. Pero yung sinusuportahan mo ba, tama. Dapat maging tama tayo and hindi lang be kind. Kasi kapag nasa tama ka, you are pointing facts. Tama nga, di ba? Ayun lang po.
Okay, I think we can cut the timer na. So, and so, for her second rebuttal naman, Miss Vasquez, your 30 seconds starts now.
tama, points. Yung facts nga yung pinapoint mo, pero yung facts mo ba, hindi mo alam kung nakakasakit ba to sa tao. Kasi ang kailangan sa isang counselor is na-appreciate ka nila as being counselor. So being kind is one of the qualities of being a counselor. Yun.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Vasquez. Now for her last rebuttal, we have Miss Nafisa. Your 30 seconds starts now.
As a counselor, dapat pinopoint out mo yung facts. Kasi counselor ka, you should be a role model sa others. Kapag being kind ka lang, ganun ka lang, mabait ka lang, or caring, yes, caring. Pero kasi as a role model sa iba, counselor, you should be right. Kasi kapag right yung tinuturo mo, gagayahin nila to, at magiging mabait din sila. Right?
Okay. Yeah. So, for her last rebuttal naman, Miss Vasquez, your 30 seconds starts. Yeah. So, Miss Vasquez, your last statement for this topic. Your timer starts now.
I disagree po kasi nga mabait nga ako. So, ang pagiging ginagaya ka ng mga ibang fellow students mo, pagiging mabait. So, kung itatama mo lang sila ng itatama, paano nila ma-appreciate yon kung hindi mo din sila bibigyan ng supportiveness. So, being kind po talaga is one of the
Ayan. Thank you kay Miss Nafisa and kay Miss Vasquez sa topic ng be kind or be right. Okay. Next pair of candidates, we have si candidate from UU party list, si candidate number, from Love party list, sorry, si candidate number 11, and from UU party list, si candidate number 2. So, nandito ba si candidate number 2 and candidate number 11? Okay, ayan. So, nandito, candidate number 11, si Miss Sofia Kim Makuha. Candidate number 2, si Miss Jarabel Aguilar. Okay, so makiki-open na lang po ng ating cameras. Ayan.
Kuya, yung di kaya ng internet.
Ay, okay. Miss Bella, will we allow it po kapag hindi naka-open ang cam? Okay.
Wala kang internet, Jarabel, or mahina?
Kanina po, try ko mag-on cam, nag-live po ako. Nag-live.
Can you try again?
Yeah. So, nawala po si Miss Jarabel. Let's see. Pagbalik ni Miss Jarabel, ayan. So, si Miss Jarabel nandito na. Hello, magandang araw, Miss Jarabel.
Hello po.
Can you, Miss Jarabel, can you try po sa ating, sa another device? I think we can't allow if hindi po naka-open cam. I think. Can you try po sa ibang device, Miss Jarabel? Ayan. Okay, ayan. Nakikita na si Miss Jarabel. Okay, so si Miss Sofia Makuha, ready na po ba si Miss Jarabel and si Miss Makuha? Makikiraise po ng hand. Ayan. So I think okay na silang both. So atin munang alamin kung sino ang mauuna for this topic. So Miss Jarabel and Miss Makuha, wait lang po. Okay, makikiraise po ng ating hand sa hudyat ng go. So in 1, 2, 3, and go. Ayan. Wait lang. Ay, si Miss Jarabel lang po yung naka-raise ng hand. Tama po? Ayan. Okay, so nauna si Miss Jarabel. So Miss Jarabel, nasa iyo ang desisyon. Sino ang mauuna? Ikaw o si Miss Nakuha?
Ako po.
Okay. So, based kay Miss Jarabel, siya daw po ang mauuna. However, let's wait lang sa ating presentation. And so, habang hinihintay natin ang ating presentation, remind ko lang ating mga voters for the SGC Halalan 2022 na up to 6, a maximum of 6 lamang po ang pwede nating iboto sa ating balota. Okay, so for Ms. Jarabel, ang question ay vision or mission. Again, vision or mission. So,
Sa
Ms.
akin
Jarabel,
po, mission.
wait lang po. Let's wait po sa ating timer. Sorry. So, Ms. Jarabel, your 60 seconds starts. Wait lang po. And your 60 seconds starts now.
Sa akin po, mission. Kasi pag sa mission po, alam mo po yung gagawin mo. Meron ka pong guidelines kung paano mo magagawa ng ayos yung mga kailangan mong gawin. At dito mo po malalaman kung ano pa yung mga hindi mo pa nagagawa. Ayun po.
Okay na po. And so I think we can cut the timer na. So Miss Makuha.
For me, vision po yung sa akin
Wait
kasi
lang
po,
po. Wait lang po, Miss Mako. Sorry. Wait lang po natin natin yung timer. So you have 60 seconds po. You have 60 seconds. So your timer, your 60 seconds, vision or mission, your 60 seconds starts now.
for me po is makatulong din po yung visions. Kasi po tinatanaw mo, pangarap mo, bata ka pa dapat may binabala ka na po sa buhay mo. Wait lang po. Para pong star na tinatanaw ang nagbibigay gabay sa'yo bago ka mag-commission dapat may vision ka.
Okay, so thank you sa kanilang opening statement, Miss Jarabel and Miss Sofia. Okay, so sa ating unang rebuttal, the floor is open for rebuttal. So in 30 seconds. So Miss Jarabel, you can rebut and your timer starts.
Sa mission po kasi mas magiging responsable ka kasi nga po alam mo po yung gagawin mo. Tapos dito pa mas magiging responsable kang tagapagsilbi sa iba kasi nga po alam mo po yung gagawin mo at kung paano mo mapapagtagumpayan yung gawain na yon.
Ayan. So thank you, Miss Jarabel. Next, for her first rebuttal, Miss Sofia, your 30 seconds. Your 30 seconds starts. So your 30 seconds starts now.
Ang vision po ay gabay mo para magawa mo ang mission malayo pa lamang.
Ayan. Okay, thank you. So para sa kabatiran ng lahat, we will allow note speaking po sa ating debate proper and also kindly utilize your time po. Okay? Okay, so for her second rebuttal, si Miss Jarabel, so your 30 seconds. Yeah. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Sa akin po, hindi mo po malalaman yung vision mo kung wala kang mission, hindi mo po magagawa, hindi ka po makakagawa ng mga kung anong dapat mong gawin. Yung hindi ka nga po makakagawa ng vision mo kung wala kang mission, kung hindi mo pa alam yung kung anong magiging resulta ng gagawin mo.
Okay, so for her second rebuttal naman, Miss Sofia, your 30 vision or mission, your 30 seconds starts now. Hold, wait lang po. Ayan. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Ang vision ang simula ng mission, hindi magaganap ang mission kung walang plano ka sa gagawin mo. Dahil sa vision, ang alam mo na ang gagawin mo para sa mission.
And now for her last rebuttal, Miss Jarabel, your vision or mission, your 30 seconds starts.
I believe na hindi ka makakagawa ng vision or hindi mo malalaman ng vision mo kung wala ka pang mission kasi makakagawa ka ng way kung paano ma-accomplish yung isang bagay kung hindi mo naman alam kung ano talaga yung dapat mong i-accomplish. Okay.
Ayan. So thank you, Ms. Jarabel. And for her last argument, Ms. Sophia, vision or and so for the last statement of Ms. Sophia, your 30 seconds starts now.
Kung wala kang vision at mission, lamang, ay walang pagtatagumpayan ang organization. Bilang isang SGC counselor, dapat mauna ang vision kaysa mission upang mapagtagumpayan ang lahat ng organization at maging successful.
Ayan. Okay, so thank you sa ating candidates number 11 and 2. Number 11 and 2 sa ating topic na vision and mission. Now, let us move on sa ating last pair. Si candidate from Love Party List, from UU Party List, si candidate number 6, and si candidate number 9 from the Love Party List. So, nandito po ba si candidate number 6 and candidate number 9? Ayan. Okay, so ang ating candidate number 6 ay si Drixie Angel de la Cruz Dalo, and ang ating candidate number 9 ay si Miss Loris Winona M. De Castro. Ayan, okay. So before po tayo mag-proceed, let's just wait sa ating technical. So sa ating last pair, I would like to remind everyone na we allow ang pagtitake ng notes during the debate proper, but no using of cell phones. Okay? Okay. So let's wait sa ating presentation. Okay, so I think nagkakaroon na tayo ng technical problem. Ayan. So many of you are probably wondering why counselors lang po ang nangangampanya for this election. Well, that is because any other position po ay subject to appointment dahil sa lack of applicants. So ang ating appointed and elected officers will be announced po after the closing ng ating ballots sa April 7, 2020. Okay. So while waiting po, ang ating ballot is via Google Forms. So that will be posted at may email sa lahat ng high school students of San Antonio de Padua College. So make sure lang tayo ay nagagamitin ng ating SAPC account and to only vote for 6 councilors. Ayan. So para kay candidate number 6 and number 9, you can raise your hand sa hudyat ng go para malaman kung sino ba ang mauuna. So, candidate number 6 and candidate number 9, you may raise your hands in 1, 2, 3, and go. Ayan, ay ako pala yung nakamute. I'm sorry. So, nauna sa ating queue si Miss Darius Winona de Castro. So, Miss Darius, you may decide kung sino ang mauuna sa inyo ni Miss Trixie. So, what is your decision?
Si Trixie po.
Okay. So, Miss Trixie, based kay Miss Darius, ikaw ang mauuna. So, ang ating Miss Trixie, ang inyong question po ay... Ayan. So, a reappearing question. So, Ms. Rexine, sa serbisyo, dapat bang unahin ang puso o ang isip? Again, sa serbisyo, dapat unahin ang puso o isip? So, Ms. Rexine, your 60 seconds starts.
Para sa serbisyo po, ang dapat unahin po ay puso. Dahil po...
Excuse me, Ms. Rexine. Wait lang po. Start lang po natin yung timer. Okay. Yan. So, Ms. Rexine, your timer starts. Wait lang. Your timer starts now.
Para sa akin po, ang pipiliin ko po ay puso. Dahil po kapag nagawa ka po ng isang bagay para sa mga students, ay dapat po galing po sa puso ang ginagawa nyo. Kapag naman po, kapag po isip yung pinili nyo, hindi nyo po nagugustuhan yung mga ginagawa nyo, or parang hindi nyo na-enjoy yung ginagawa nyo. I ran for the position myself, so galing sa puso po yung pipiliin ko.
So I think okay na, so we can cut the timer. Thank you, Ms. Dixine. Now, Ms. Darius, for your opening statement, puso o isip, your 60 seconds. Wait lang. Your 60 seconds. Wait lang po. Ayan. So your 60 seconds starts now.
Para po sa akin is isip kasi po doon po lahat ng una pong nanggagaling. And kapag po sa isip, nakakapag-isip po tayo ng tama and totoo po and galing po sa ating isip. Yun lang po.
Yan. So since okay na daw, I think we can cut the timer. And let's move forward sa ating rebuttals. So Ms. Drixine, the floor is open for rebuttals. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Kaya po puso kasi po, kapag po puso ang pinili mo, gustong-gusto mo po yung ginagawa mo. Wala pong bahid na hindi mo po gusto kasi ikaw po mismo yung tumakbo dun sa posisyon na yon. So dapat panindigan mo. Galing sa puso mo at walang nag-push sa'yo.
Yeah. So thank you, Ms. Drixine. For your first rebuttal, Ms. Laurice, your 30 seconds starts now.
Kapag naman po sa isip, yes nga po, may puso ka nga po. Pero kapag naman po sa isip is nakakapag-isip ka po ng maganda and nadi-deliver mo po yung iniisip mo ng tama. Yun lang po.
Thank you. And for the second rebuttal of Ms. Drixine, your 30 seconds starts. And your 30 seconds starts now.
Pag galing sa puso yung ginagawa mo, maganda po yung kinakalabasan. Kasi po, wala pong bahid na pag-iimbot or wala pong hinahangad na masama yung ginagawa mo. Puro galing sa puso lang po.
Now, for her second rebuttal, Miss Laris Winona M. De Castro, your 30 seconds starts. Wait lang po. Yan, your 30 seconds starts now.
If sa isip po, makakapag-isip po tayo ng tama at maganda po. And maganda din po yung kakalabasin nito if kung pinag-isipan po nito ng
Okay, thank you, Ms. Laris. Now for her last rebuttal. Tama po? Last na? Okay, so for her last rebuttal, Ms. Rexine, your 30 seconds starts now.
Pag puro isip lang, hindi mo papakita yung totoong pag-aalaga or totoong concern mo sa Paduan. Kasi pag puro isip, kasi puro isip. Pero pag sa Paduan, kasi papakita mo yung pagpaparamdam or totoong concern mo dun sa tao na binibigyan mo ng serbisyo.
So now down to her last rebuttal, Ms. Laris Winona M. De Castro, your 30 seconds starts now.
para po sa akin ang nauuna po is isip. Kasi kapag pinag-isipan mo po to ng maganda, meron po tong magandang kakalabasan. And ganun din po sa serbisyo. Lalo na po kapag may desisyon, kapag pinagdidesisyonan po, kailangan po mag-isip ng maganda and tama para po ito sa, lalo na po sa school.
Ayan, okay. So thank you so much kay Ms. Rexine and kay Ms. Laurice for this topic. And of course, thank you din sa ating mga kandidato for their wonderful arguments sa ating debate proper. So sa ating Paduans, kayo na po ang bahalang humusga sa inyong iboboto this election day. So to proceed with our meeting, the Avance, magkakaroon lamang po tayo ng interview mula sa ating panel na from the SGC officers of this year. So SGC officers of this year, I may kaukulang question, I may questions sa ating mga kandidato. So the floor is open for questions, and also sa ating live viewers at sa mga nasa Google Meet, you can also raise questions sa ating mga kandidato. Okay. So is there any questions po sa ating mga kandidato? You can raise your hand. Sa ating SGC officers this year, meron po ba tayong questions? Ayan. So we have si Miss Kylie Alarcos. Yes, Miss Kylie?
Hello, rinig po ba? So dahil po karamihan sa inyo ay bago, napansin ko po. Paano niyo po mapapatunayan sa amin na dapat namin kayong pagkatiwalaan? So dun po sa mga nauna.
Miss Kylie, is this open for all candidates po?
Yes po. Para po sa mga lahat.
Okay. So sa ating candidates, are there any takers? Or Miss Kylie, gusto mo i-require natin for all candidates?
Sige po, sa lahat na lang po ng candidates.
Okay, so this is a required question from our Vice Chairwoman. Miss Kylie Alarcos, ang question is, paano mo mapapatunayan ang inyong sarili? Tama po?
Yes po.
Ayan. So, unahin na natin sa number 1 sa balota, Mr. Johan.
Dahil ako po'y inyong maasahan at ako po'y matyagang estudyante at isa na rin po ay mahusay. At gusto ko po talagang mapaglingkod sa sa mga kapwa ko Paduans. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Mr. Johan. Next, number 2 sa ating balota, Miss Jerabel Aguilar.
Sa paggawa po ng best nyo, tapos sa paggawa po ng galing sa puso, at saka hindi lang po basta salita, dapat po talaga may gawa.
Okay. Nandito na po ba si candidate number 3, Mr. Carl Daniel Rebong? Dito na po. Nag-raise ng hand. Okay, I think we have one absentee for today. So let us move kay candidate number 4.
Mapapagkatiwalaan po ako sa position counselor kasi po bukod sa madaming experiences na ako is maganda yung intention ko sa pagsali dito sa council to share galing sa advocacy ko, to share new ideas and to learn. And sabi ko nga, marami na akong experiences sa pagsali ng mga gantong SGC or council. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Napisa. So again, I would like to remind po lahat to open their cameras when answering the questions mula sa ating panel. Okay, next, si candidate number 5.
Ano po, I'm trustworthy po, I'm responsible. Kaya ko pong gawin yung parang in-assign niyo po sa akin. Kung hindi man kaya i-assign, parang hihingi po ako ng tulong, gano'n. Pati po, kaya ko pong tumulong sa kapwa students.
Okay, thank you. Number 5. Next, we have si number 6, Ms. Drixine.
Papatunayan ko po na karapat-dapat ako sa pwesto kasi po tumakbo ako sa sarili ko, walang nag-push sa akin. So alam ko po na kaya ko at walang hinahangad na hindi maganda.
So thank you sa ating UWO party list. Move on naman tayo sa ating love party list. Starting kay our candidate number 7, Mr. Francis Yuri L. Abarentos.
Alam ko po sa sarili ko that I'm determined and passionate to serve our community. Anything I need to do for the Paduan community, I will do it with all my heart.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have number 8 sa balota, Ms. Dean Lian Vasquez.
Alam ko sa sarili ko na I can handle the responsibilities na ibibigay niya sa akin.
Okay, next si candidate number 9, Ms. De Castro Laris Winona M. Ang question is, paano mo mapapatunayan? You may proceed.
Kahit bago pa ako sa inyong mata, kaya ko pong panglikodan ang serbisyong ito. Alam ko po sa sarili ko na ako'y matulungin and trustworthy and kaya ko pong lingkudan ang SAPC po.
Thank you. Next, we have number 10, Ms. Denise Albahera.
Kasi po may commitment po kaming ginawa at dapat po patunayan po namin yun by serving the Paduan community po. Yun lang po. Thank you po.
And next, number 11, Ms. Sofia M. Makuha.
For me is lahat ng tao ay ma-judge mo na kung anong uri ng pagkatao ang meron siya. Pero mas mapagkakatiwalaan mo ang isang tao sa kanyang mabuting pananalita, kilos, tatag ng desisyon at values na meron siya. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Lastly, we have number 12, Mr. Herbert Joshua Jacob.
I am someone who can use compassion, empathy, respect, and authenticity. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you. Yan. Are there any more questions po para sa ating candidates? I think nag-raise ng hand si Miss Princess. Ayan. So, Miss Princess, ang ating grade 9 counselor for this year. What is your question po?
So my question po is, what is a problem that you have seen on SAPC and want to fix? Then why?
Can you papaulit po ng ating question?
What is a problem that you have seen on SAPC and want to fix? Then why?
Okay. So, gusto niyo po i-require po itong question or?
Yes po sana.
Okay, sige. So, this is another required question mula sa ating grade 9 counselor. So, ano ang problema na gusto niyong ayusin at ano? Tama po, Miss Princess?
Yes po. Kung ano po yung problema na nakikita niyo sa SAPC na gusto niyong ayusin, tapos bakit po?
Okay. So, so reminders lang po to open their cameras when answering the question. Okay, candidates? Okay. Now, let us start sa ating love party list, starting with the candidate number 7, Mr. Francis Yuri Albarentos.
I want to fix the lack of motivations that students have when studying. I believe that students need to be motivated and inspired to study so that they can do their schoolworks well, so that they can be active in recitations and in schoolworks.
Okay, thank you. Now naman is si candidate number 8.
Yung lack of confidence po nila na hindi pagsali sa mga school events and activities, I want to help them po to boost their confidence so that they can also participate.
Next is the candidate number 9, Ms. De Castro.
Yung opening of cameras po, katulad po ngayon, yung iba pong candidates is hindi po nag-open ng camera. And I think that should be fixed po kasi, and there's also an advantage po nun. And nakikita po ng mga teachers na kung nakikinig po yung mga students.
And so a gentle reminder mula kay Ms. De Castro to open their cameras for this portion, for this juncture. Yan. So next naman, number 10, Ms. Denise Albahera.
Para sa akin po, communication po kasi madami pa din pong walang friend po dito sa SAPC. Katulad ko po, konti pa lang din po yung mga friends ko dito. And I think po na mas kailangan po natin yung communication kasi po naka-online class lang po tayo.
Okay. Next, si candidate number 11, Ms. Sofia Makuha.
For me is yung bullying po dahil maraming students ang napipilitang mag-drop out dahil dito. Kaya para matigil na ito, dapat may matigas at mabigat na parusa para sa kanila.
Okay. Next, si candidate number 12, Mr. Herbert Joshua.
I want to fix the lack of socialization so that other students can communicate with other students as well and probably befriend them as well.
Okay. Next, sa atin namang UWU party list, starting with candidate number 1, Mr. Johan Sangkon. Ano ang problema na gusto mong ayusin at bakit?
Sa akin po napapansin ay yun pong physical activities po ng mga estudyante. Hindi lang po sa estudyante, sa lahat po ng kabataan. So, may naisip po akong isang solusyon dito, ang online exercise. So, sa pamamagitan po nito ay matutulungan po natin sila mag-ehersisyo. At dahil isa po sa pinakamahalaga ay ang physical health.
Okay. Thank you. Next is si candidate number 2, Ms. Jerabel Aguilar.
Sa akin po yung sa pag-attend po sa mga school activities, sa observation ko po as a counselor, madami po yung mga Paduans na hindi po nakikiparticipate sa mga activities at gusto ko pong mabago yon. How? Sa pag-encourage po sa kanila and sa pagbibigay po ng mga reasons kung bakit nila kailangan mag-participate. Example na lang po ng dagdag grade at pwede rin po silang makahanap ng kaibigan dito.
Thank you. Next is si candidate number 3. Is candidate number 3 na here na po? Okay, I think wala pa. So I'll take this opportunity to remind everyone to keep your cameras open for the whole program. Makiki-open ang camera from our starting point until the end. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll fix ko lang yung aking layout. Okay, so okay, sige. Okay, sige, Miss Denise. So next, after ni candidate number 2 and absentee si candidate number 3, let us have si candidate number 4, Miss Napisa Crisobrel J. Ano ang problema na gusto mong ayusin at bakit?
Ang problema po na gusto kong ayusin is yung pagtugon po sa students. Yung iba po kasing students is hindi po papansin yung mga suggestions nila. At yun po yung gusto kong baguhin.
Okay, thank you. How about si Miss Gia Oliveros, number 5 sa balota?
Yung pagiging late po ng mga students, dapat po matuto po yung students na umattend sa tamang oras and dapat po may consequences na haharapin pag madaming beses na late na walang excuse po.
And lastly, number 6 sa balota, Miss Drixin Dalo.
Gusto ko pong baguhin is yung schedule po ng classes or yung oras po. Kasi po minsan, wala na pong time po yung students para kumain. Kasi po yung, minsan po yung start ng classes is 7:30 or 8. Hindi na po nakakatulog ng maayos yung students kasi minsan nagawa po sila ng choice nila tuwing gabi or ng assignments nila tuwing gabi and wala na po silang time para sa sarili po nila.
Okay, thank you sa ating candidates for answering that question. Are there any more questions po mula sa ating, okay. We have ang ating Executive Associate, Grade 10 Executive Associate, Ms. Mariam Jeline Aguda. What is your question po?
Okay, so good morning sa ating mga leaders. Okay, so my question is, kung darating ang araw na hindi mo matutugunan ang iyong tungkulin na posisyon, are you willing or handa ka bang bitawan or ipasa ang posisyon na ito? Especially to Johan or Yuri.
Okay, so, pwede mo ba ulit ng question po?
Okay, I repeat. Kung darating ang araw na hindi mo matutugunan ang iyong tungkulin o posisyon, handa ka bang bitawan o ipasa ang posisyon na ito?
So, ito po ba is open lang for Francis and Yuri? Ating counselors?
I-record ko na rin para sa lahat.
Okay, sige. Pero since na-mention ang ating lead counselor si Johan and si Mr. Johan and Mr. Francis, unahin na natin sila. So, Mr. Johan, what is your answer to this question?
Kung sa situation po na ayoko na talaga, bibitawan ko na po. Pero po ngayon po, hindi ko po talaga nais yun. Hindi ko siya bibitawan kung sa situation na ngayon. Lang po.
Ayan, thank you. Next is si Mr. Francis, number 7 sa balota.
No po, hindi ko po basta bibitawan ang aking pagiging leader. I'm committed to this job and I'm willing to exert more effort than I'm willing to exert so much more effort for this job because I really want to serve our Paduan community and be a leader.
Okay, thank you Mr. Johan and Mr. Francis. So sila po kasi ang ating lead counselors sa bawat party list. Okay, para tanungin na rin natin ang ating ibang counselors, starting with Miss Jerabel, candidate number 2.
Ako po, yes po. Kung alam ko naman pong hindi ko na nagagawa yung tungkulin ko, bibitawan ko na po siya kasi baka po hindi talaga para sa akin yun, kaya po hindi ko nagagawa. Kasi kung para sa akin po talaga yun, kahit gaano pa ako ka-busy magagawa at magagawa ko yan. Pero kung alam ko naman po hindi na, baka po may mas deserving pa sa akin.
Okay, last call for candidate number 3. Is candidate number 3 here? Mr. Carl Daniel Lebong. Okay. So candidate number 4, Ms. Napisa.
For me po, yes po, I'm willing to give up na kung nahihirapan na po talaga ako dun sa position or hindi ko na po magampanan yung ibang tungkulin, i-give up ko na po. As Ate Jerabel na kung talagang para sa'yo is magagampanan at magagampanan mo yan kahit gano'ng kahirap pa.
Thank you. Next is candidate number 5.
Yes po. Kasi first time ko lang po mag-try na sumali sa SGC. Parang new pa po ako. Feeling ko pa may mas deserving pa po sa akin kung hindi ko po kaya. Or pag parang kalimutan ko po yung sasabihin. Ayun na lang po yung sagot ko.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gia. Next is si Ms. Drixine, candidate number 6.
Hindi po, kasi alam ko naman po kaya ko pagbutihin. Pati, binoto po ako ng students kasi alam nilang kaya ko. Since I run for the position myself, I know that I can do it and alam ko po na may responsibilities po ako na kailangan gawin.
Okay, thank you sa ating UU party list. Next naman sa ating love party list is si candidate number 8.
For me po, hindi din po. Kasi in the first place, sumali po ako para magbigay serbisyo sa mga kapwa ko pong estudyante. And bibigyan ko po sila ng time para lang po sa kanila. And giving up po is never a good option din po.
Okay, thank you. Next is si candidate number 9.
Hindi po. Kasi sumali po ako dito and bakit ko naman po bibitawan sumali po ako. And dapat kahit man po mapagod ako, lalaban pa rin po ako.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Laries. Next is si candidate number 10.
Sorry po if ngayon lang po nakapag-open ka. Medyo mahina po yung signal kanina. Para po doon sa question, kung hindi ko na po kaya at nakaka-apekto na po to sa health ko, bibitawan ko na po. Kasi po, ang main goal naman po talaga is to serve, and if hindi po yun magampanan, may mga maaapektuhan po. Pero kung kaya pa po, I will do my best and work hard po. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, next is si candidate number 11.
For me is hindi po, dahil kahit mahirap ay hindi po ako susuko dahil para sa akin ang pagsali po sa SGC ay isang commitment. Gagawin ko po ng buong puso sa abot na makakaya ko. Handa ko pong panindigan yung desisyon na pinaghirapan kong makuha, and this is also to prove to myself that I can handle this kind of situation. Thank you.
Okay, lastly is si candidate number 12.
Yes, I am ready to give up my position.
Excuse me lang po. Excuse me, Mr. Herbert. Pwede niyo pong i-open yung ating camera?
May net ko.
Ano po yun?
May net ko. Hindi po ako makakapag-open ng cam.
Okay, sige. You may now proceed. Sorry for the interruption.
For the question, if it's affecting my health, yes, I am ready to give up my position. I believe there are other people that are better than me in leading.
Ayan. So thank you sa ating candidates. Okay. So, are there any more questions po? And we have a question from our SGC Secretary of Internal Affairs at ang ating SGC COMELEC Head. So, Ms. Cristabel, what is your question po?
Okay, so this question is catered for the leaders of the counselors, si Yuri and Johan. So this year, hindi nagpatuloy ang operations of the gift organization. So ano ang balak mo if ever na bumalik ang kanilang operations?
I want to include more students by doing this. Gusto ko po na meron pong ibang students na tutulong sa pag-gift giving, sa pag-repack po ng groceries, and I would like to give the students the ability to donate used clothes and other stuff para po sa gift giving.
Okay. Okay, reminder. Yes, Miss Krista. I think I think ang minamention ni Miss Krista na gift organizations is yung organizations natin from before, kagaya ng mga Liksilaw, mga Glee Club. Tama po, Miss Krista?
Yes, but since I think naging transferee si Yuri, hindi niya naranasan yung gifts. So, yes. Proceed, Johan.
Okay, so proceed po, Johan. Or if gusto po bang mag-answer pa rin ni Yuri, we can give you another chance naman, I think.
Ate, pwede po ulit ng question.
So again, my question is, since this school year, hindi nagpatuloy ang operations ng gift organizations. So kung next year, ano ang plano mo if ever bumalik ang kanilang operations?
So magka-agree po ako na ipagpatuloy dahil yung mga organization po na yan is nagbe-benefit rin po sa mga estudyante gaya po ng Liksilaw. Yung talent po nila na papakita nila sa mga ibang estudyante at na-entertain din po yung mga estudyante na sumayaw.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Francis and Mr. Johan. Okay. So ito naman, meron akong question. This is open for everyone. So ang question is, how are you going to manage your time as a student and as a student leader? So any takers po sa ating questions? Again, ang question is, how are you going to manage your time as a student and as a student leader? So I think simulan na. So may takers, may volunteer tayo. Si Miss Denise Gabriel Albihar.
For me, you should know your responsibility as a student council and as a student na din. And at kung paano manage yung time mo is make sure na dapat mas gawin mo na mabilis yung mga activities mo kasi dapat din gampanan mo din yung pagiging student council. Yun lang po. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. Are there any more takers po? Yan. Si Miss Jerabel Reyes Aguilar.
Sa time management po, pag wala pong masyadong ginagawa as a student, alamin nyo po kung ano pa yung dapat nyong gawin na as a counselor naman po.
Thank you, Miss Ayan. Si candidate number 1, Mr. Johan. Yes.
So, yun din po, time management. So, ang ginagawa ko nga po pala, sa umaga po, yung mga activities na ibinibigay ng mga teachers, ginagawa ko na po agad. Hindi ko na pinagpapabukas sa isang araw, sa isang linggo. Para po kung may task man ako sa SGC, magagawa ko pa po siya ng mas mabuti.
Okay, thank you. And we have another taker, si Miss Sofia Kim Makuha.
For For me is kung ano po yung mas nauna, yun po ang prioritize ko. Pero study first before anything else. Tulad nga po ng sinabi ni Miss Denise, know your responsibility. But ang gagawin ko po is gagawa po ako ng sariling schedule upang ma-manage po yung time ko. But hindi ko rin po kakalimutan magbigay ng time para sa sarili ko. Thank you po.
Okay. Next is si Mr. Francis Yuri Abarentos.
I excel academically and I don't really struggle with school that much. So I believe I can include being part of the SGC as being a student.
Okay, thank you. And we have another taker, si Mr. Herbert Joshua Jacob. Yes po.
As a student, I should probably get more tasks accomplished in the mornings or afternoons or evening, of course, and plan my work time accordingly by scheduling tasks during my peak time. To prevent this, I will probably find a way to reduce interruptions.
Ayan. Are there any more takers po? Ating question. Ayan. We have si Miss Dean Lian.
For me po, having a positive mindset po ulit. Kasi kung iisipin mo lang kung ano bang masuunahin mo, yung pagiging student or yung pagiging student counselor, is masa-stress ka lang and ma-waste pa yung time mo.
And we have also Miss Napisa.
Mahanda mo pa ang pagiging student council at pagiging student sa pamamagitan ng alam mo yung time schedule mo, kung ano yung nauna, yun ang dapat unahin. At once na natapos ka na, is tapos ka na dun sa task mo and yung pangalawa na.
Okay, so are there any more takers po? Paano mo ma-handle ang time mo as a student and as a student leader? Okay. So are there any more questions po mula sa ating panels, sa ating panel? Ayan. So unahin mo natin si Ms. Mariam, ang ating Executive Associate.
Okay, so we all know na since leadership is open for improvement, what are the traits that you don't have but willing to learn it when you're elected? So I repeat, since leadership is open for improvement, what are the traits that you don't have but willing to learn it when you're already elected?
Okay. So thank you, Ms. Mariam. Again, ano daw ang characteristics na willing mo i-learn, na matutunan rather. Tama po, Ms. Mariam?
Yung alam mo sarili mo na wala, yung alam mong trait na wala pa na alam mo na wala pa sarili mo, but you are willing to learn it pag na-elect ka na.
Okay. So are there any takers or required po?
I required na sumagot lahat.
Required daw sumagot lahat. So unahin natin from candidate number 12, Mr. Herbert.
The traits I'm willing to learn is social intelligence, kindness, self-control, and gratitude.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Herbert. Next is candidate number 11.
For me is the traits that I want to learn is self-confidence and to socialize with others for me to improve my leadership skills and also for my friendships to develop. Thank you.
How about kay candidate number 10?
Para sa akin po, communication pa din po kasi inaamin ko po na may pagka-introvert po talaga ako. And willing naman po ako makipag-socialize sa iba. Yun po. Thank you po.
Okay, how about kay candidate number 9?
Confidence po, and I want to improve my public speaking.
And we have si candidate number 8.
Patience po kasi na-notice ko po being a leader is yung pagkakaroon talaga po ng patience sa mga taong pinagsaservisyohan niyo po.
Okay, next is si candidate number 7.
For me, patience din as well. I'm currently working on my impatientness, pero I believe I can easily fix it.
Okay, thank you sa ating love party list. Now, dako tayo sa uwu party list, starting with candidate number 6, Miss Drixtine Dalo.
Sorry po, what was the question po?
Miss Mariam, can you repeat the question po?
Since leadership is open for improvement, what are your traits that you don't have but willing to learn it when you're already elected?
Siguro po willing to learn po ako sa I'm willing to learn how to deal with people po and to the comments sa comments po ng Paduans sa actions ko po.
Thank you, Miss Drixtine. What's the candidate number 7? I'm sorry, si candidate number 5 pala. Sorry.
Confidence po.
Okay, how about si candidate number 4?
For me po yung pag tinanong po ako, may maiisip po agad ako. Hindi po kasi ako yung tao na kapag tinanong po ako is may lalabas agad sa utak ko na ayun yung sagot. So, I'm willing to learn kung paano pa mag-isip ng mabilis.
Okay, how about si candidate number 3? Yes, candidate number 3 here na po. Okay, sa campaign manager po ng party list or kahit sa lead counselor makiki-contact si candidate number 3, Mr. Carl Daniel M. Rebo. Okay, so let's have si candidate number 2, Jarabel Aguilar.
Sa akin po, confidence din po kasi may skills naman po ako sa pakikipag-communicate sa iba, pero minsan po kasi insecure po ako sa boses ko. At yun po yung gusto kong ma-improve, and I am willing to learn how to accept my insecurities.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jarabel. Next, I see candidate number 1.
Ang tatlong gusto ko pong matutunan is yung confidence, pag-socialize po sa ibang tao at yung good communication skills po. Dahil aminado po akong mahihain po akong tao.
Okay, thank you sa ating candidates for this question. Now, I think nag-raise si Miss Cristabel for another question.
So I have another question. Now, this question is catered to anyone, pero not for everyone, okay? So kahit sino, not everyone. Okay, so everyone here is running for the position of counselor. And a counselor's duty is to better represent the people that the council ought to serve. Paano mo masisigurado na ang hinaing ng Paduans ay maririnig ng SGC? Paano ka magiging tulay sa mga leaders at sa mga students? So, uulitin ko yung question. Lahat ng nandito is running for the position of counselor. Ang duty ng counselor is to better represent the people that the council ought to serve. Paano mo masisigurado na ang hinaing ng Paduans ay maririnig ng SGC? Paano ka magiging tulay sa mga leaders at sa mga students? Again, this is for anyone, pero okay lang kahit hindi lahat.
And so we have our first volunteer, si candidate number 2, Miss Janabel Aguilar.
Narinig ko po kasi kay Miss Denise na may plano po siya na magbigay ng mga form at doon po sasabi ng mga nararamdaman nila yung mga Paduans. And I think sa pagbabasa po ng mga SGC officers doon, malalaman po nila kung ano yung mga hinaing ng Paduans at doon po pwedeng bigyan ng pansin.
Okay. And we have another one, Miss Denise Albehar.
Para sa akin po is maganda po sigurong pag-collaborate with them, accommodate with them, and be a responsible student po. Para hindi po nila matularan yung bad trait po as a student leader po.
Okay. Next on our queue, si Mr. Johan Kyle Dison.
Alam naman po natin na sobrang bilis na po ng communication ngayon dahil may mga application po and social media na pagka-send mo ay darating agad sa pinagsendan mo. So, pag po may nagsabi sa akin, edi pwede po natin kontakin sa social media account ng mas nakakataas na position sa atin.
Okay. Thank you. Next, si Miss Sofia Makuha.
Sa akin po is sa pamamagitan ng pakikinig, pakikisalamuha at pakikipagkaibigan sa kanila upang alamin ang mga saloobin nila sa pamamagitan ng open forum.
Okay, are there any more takers po sa question ni Miss Cristabel? Yan. So I think wala na po. So sa ating panelists and sa ating students, meron pa po ba yung questions para sa ating candidates for this year? And we have another one from our grade 9 counselor, Miss Princess Carjante.
So this question po, hindi ko naman siya nire-required sa lahat kung sino lang yung gusto mag-answer. So this question is, if you had all the power to create the best possible school, what would you do? So again, if you had all the power to create the best possible school, what would you do?
Ayan. So if ayan. So is this required po ba, Miss Princess? Ay, okay.
Hindi naman.
Okay. Okay, sige. And so we have our first volunteer, si Miss Sofia Makuha.
Sorry po, pero pwede pong pa-repeat ng question. Hindi ko lang po naintindihan.
Go po, Miss Princess.
So, if you had all the power to create the best possible school, what would you do?
Yeah, so are there any takers po? How about si Miss Sophia Kim? I think. Is there any takers po sa ating question from Miss Princess? And so if wala, Miss Princess, can you call a name of a candidate na gusto mong mag-answer ng question?
So, since meron po tayong dalawang lead counselor, sana po sila yung mag-answer. Mr. Abarentos and Mr. Sancon.
So let's have si Mr. Abarentos.
I would like to be more strict on students who prejudice and discriminate other students, especially minorities. These include students who have different beliefs, LGBTQ+ students, and other more.
Okay. Next si Mr. Sancon, sorry.
Mag-create po ng maraming organization para na rin po mag-benefit sa mga students.
Okay, thank you. And we have one taker, Ms. Sophia.
As an SGC, being a member of this organization is having the power to handle the solution, power to lead and become a role model to everyone. Thank you.
Okay, are there any more takers for a question ni Ms. Carjante? Yeah, I think wala na po. Are you satisfied po, Ms. Carjante? Okay, so sa ating panel, meron pa po ba tayong question sa ating candidates? And nag-raise ng hand ang ating Executive Associate, Ms. Mariam Aguda. You have the floor now po.
Okay, so this question is, i-record ko lang para sa ating mga newbies or sa ating mga grade 7 candidates. So, my question is, knowing that you're a newbie or let's just say na you're the youngest among the leaders, what skills or ability na may papakita mo for the service and how can you show that your age will not affect your leadership skills? So, I repeat, knowing you're a newbie or let's just say you're the youngest among the leaders, what skills or ability na you can show for the service and how can you show na your age will not affect your leadership skills?
Okay, so this question po is directed sa ating younger ones, sa mga grade 7. So makikiraise po na hand ng ating grade 7 students. Grade 7 leaders. Okay. Miss Mariam, pwede po ba itong erase din sa ating grade 8 candidates?
Yes. Or kaya, a newbie sa council.
Okay. So, sa mga newbies po sa council, kindly raise your hands po. If this is your first time po joining the SGC, kindly raise your hand po. Ayan, okay. So, una dito ay si Miss Denise Albihar. Ay, huwag niyo po munang i-lower yung hands. Miss Albihar, you now have the floor po.
Sorry po, ano po ulit yung question? Ang hina lang po na signal, medyo nag-choppy po kayo sa akin.
Miss Mariam po.
Okay, so I repeat, knowing that you're a newbie or let's just say you're the youngest among the leaders, what skills or ability na may papakita mo for the service or how can you show na your age will not affect your leadership skills?
Para sa akin po is be responsible po and have manners po para sa mga higher positions po and para sa mga nakakatanda din po sa'yo. And I believe na hindi po hadlang yung age mo sa mga gusto mong gawin kasi lahat naman po tayo capable sa lahat ng responsibilities po na gusto natin gawin. Yun lang po.
And thank you, Miss Denise. Next on my screen ay si Mr. Barentos. You now have the floor po.
I believe that experience is a factor that a leader needs. Giving new counselors the opportunity to lead will help them represent students who also want to be part of the SGC. So by doing this, we can inspire more students to be part of the SGC.
And thank you. Next on my screen, si Miss Dean Vasquez.
Taking or handling responsibilities po na ibibigay sa inyo or pinagkatiwalaan po sa inyo. And also, experience and growth po being a leader po. Yun lang po.
Okay, next on my screen si Miss Makuha.
I had a lot of experience back when I was elementary. Yes, hindi naging madali sa akin gampanan lahat ng obligations. And since this is a bigger organization, I expect big responsibilities. But I want to prove myself that I can be more and I can lead, that I can do all my responsibilities right. Thank you.
Okay, next si Miss De Castro.
Being an active listener po and having a good communication and respecting others' opinions, lalo na po dun sa mga nakakatanda. Yun.
And last on my screen si Miss Drixine Dalo.
Skills na may papakita ko is cooperate and share my thoughts to everyone so they can have ideas. And I can say na my age will not affect my abilities because I know that I'm capable for the position, and it doesn't mean that if you're young, you can't do the things that the other persons do.
Thank you sa ating candidates. Pero I think meron pa tayong newbie officers kagaya ni Miss Oliveros and ni Mr. Jacob. Tama po? Miss Oliveros and Miss Jacob for this question. Now let's start po with Miss Oliveros.
time management po.
Okay. Ay, sige po.
I believe po, kailangan po ng time management sa isang council po.
Okay. How about naman si Mr. Jacob?
Pakiulit nga po ng question.
Ayun. Miss Mariam, can you repeat po the question for Mr. Jacob?
Okay, so my question is, knowing that you're a newbie, or let's just say you're the youngest among the leaders, what skills or ability na may papakita mo for the service, or how can you show na your age will not affect your leadership skills?
Probably problem solving, dependability, and integrity.
Yan. Okay, so thank you sa ating newbies, sa ating SGs, newbie officers. Ayan. So are there any more questions mula sa ating panels? Or if meron sa ating YouTube live, let's check. May question po sa ating SGC officers? I think meron ang ating Executive Associate si Miss Princess Chanel Paray. Miss Paray, do you have a question po sa ating candidates?
Here's my question. Do you think you are responsible enough for the position? I repeat, do you think you're responsible enough for the position?
Okay, is this record po, Miss Paray?
I require na hindi, hindi lahat required. Yung kung sino lang gustong mag-answer.
Okay, sige. So, do you think that you are responsible enough for the position? Are there any takers po for this question? We have our first taker, Mr. Sangkon.
So para sa akin po, dahil pinagbasihan ko po dito yung academic activities po na di ba po sa isang araw ay may 4 na subject, then nagagawa ko naman po siya lahat ng wala akong nalilate na mga activities. So ayun po, kita ko po sa sarili kong responsable ako.
Okay. Next po, we have, excuse me, am I audible po? Medyo nagkakaroon ng problem. Naririnig naman ako?
Yes po.
Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, next on my screen, si Miss Napisa.
Yes po, I'm confident na magagampanan ko naman po ang mga tungkulin sa SGC bilang counselor.
Sorry for that. Next on my screen, si Miss Makuha.
For me, yes po, because of my passion, dedication, and experience. Those are the traits that I have to be capable for the position.
Okay, next po on my screen, si Miss Albehar.
Yes po, kasi po, ang personality ko po is independent and determined po. Ang main goal ko po talaga is yung goal po na ginawa ko po, and isa-isa ko po siyang ginagawa para po hindi po ako malito kung ano pong uunahin ko. And yun lang po. Thank you po.
Okay. Next is si Miss Aguilar.
Yes po, I believe that I am responsible and I can do the things na pinapagawa sa akin. Example na po yung katulad kay Johan. Nakakapag-submit po ako ng LDS sa mas maaga pang due date na binigay dito.
Okay. Next ay si Miss Oliveros.
Yes po, kasi po madami na po ako naging experience bilang isang follower po, and it's time naman po for me na maging isang leader na to influence other Paduans po.
Okay. Next on my screen ay si Mr. Abarantos.
Yes po, I believe I am more than responsible enough to become a counselor. As a student, I excel academically, and as a leader, kahit po bago ako dito, kahit bago po akong running for counselor, ako po ang naging leader ng party list namin, and I am able to lead my fellow candidates well.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any more takers po? Yan. So I think wala na. So we can cut na po yung ating this juncture of the question and answer. So thank you for your insights sa ating mga candidates. Palakpakan ng ating sarili. And for this naman, we will give a chance sa ating mga candidates to give their last statements. Sa ating Paduans. And after, okay, so for his last statement, let us start with candidate number 1, Mr. Sangkon.
Although I am not the most well-known candidate for student councilor, I pledge to pay attention to each every one of you. You are significant. Your viewpoint is important. You make sure don't pick someone who will make all of your decision for you. Again, my name is Johan K. Disancon and I'm running for student councilor, number 1 sa balota. At kung iboboto niya ang UU party list sa serbisyo unbreakable, hindi kayo mapapatrouble. Thank you.
We proceed kay candidate number 2.
Magandang araw, my name is Jarabel Aguilar, incoming grade 10 student, and I'm running for a position of councilor. So my main goal is to encourage the Paduans to join and participate in school activities. I also want, and I promise na I will be the voice of those students who is suffering in academic pressure. And I promise na I will be your friend who's always ready to listen to all your problems, complaints, and all. Again, Jarabel Aguilar running for councilor sa serbisyong unbreakable, di ka mapapatrouble.
Number 3. And I think wala pa rin si Mr. Carl Daniel Rebong. So let us proceed with number 4.
Hi, magandang araw. Chris Gabriel here. Please vote me as a counselor kasi I have a good intention kaya ako sumali dito sa SGC, and gusto kong manungkulan bilang counselor kasi gusto ko ipagpatuloy na simulan ko, discover new things and learn from it, to be a role model, lalo na sa mga mas nakakabata sa akin, to share new ideas, and yun lang po. Thank you po.
Let's proceed with number 5.
Pwede ba pagkatapos po ni Trixie?
Yes. Pardon po? Yes po, Miss Oliveros.
Pwede ba pagkatapos po ni Trixie?
Sige, sure. Okay, so as per request ni Miss Oliveros, let us proceed po muna with Miss Drixine. Miss Drixine, you now have the floor.
Magandang araw po. My name is Trixine Angel Dalo from grade 7 Humility. I am running for counselor for the next school year student council. Please give me a chance to hold the position, and I know I won't break my promise by hearing the Paduans' voice. Sa serbisyong unbreakable, hindi kayo mapapatrouble.
And thank you, Miss Drixine. Miss Olivera.
As our party list name
replied, I, as a candidate, will do my best for every Paduan to be united, possessing the core values of humility, charity, and patience. If elected as counselor, I would like to establish a group that will help students having difficulties in studying, giving them advice and recommendations to be able to enjoy learning. Sa serbisyong unbreakable, di ka mapapadrapo. Number 5 po sa balota.
Thank you sa ating Unbreakable When United Party List. And dadako na tayo sa ating leaders of values and efficiency o ang Love Party List, starting with candidate number 7.
I know I am not a well-known student here in SAPC because I am a transferee and I am pretty new to the school. However, I am asking you to give me the chance to be able to lead and serve our community. If I do something wrong, I will be more than willing to be held accountable for, and I am willing to change and to improve myself as a leader for you and our community. Once again, I am Francis Yuri L. Abarentos, number 7 in the ballot, running for councilor. Vote for me, vote for us, vote for love.
Thank you. Now let us move kay number 8.
I believe in myself po na I can take the responsibilities and commitment po for being a good leader po sa inyong lahat. And sana pagkatiwalaan niyo rin po ako na kaya ko pong gampanan ang mga responsibilities na ibibigay niyo sa akin or pagkakatiwala niyo sa akin. Again, my name is Lilian Vasquez, number 8 in the ballot. Vote for me, vote for us, vote for Team Love.
Number 9, you may now proceed.
Magandang araw po. My last statement is that remember that you have someone who supports you, and that's me. Even though na hindi po tayo close, meron po kayong nagsusuporta from grade 8. And I believe that I can lead because I know my responsibilities. Again, I'm Liris Wenona de Castro. Vote for me, vote for us, vote for Team Love.
Thank you. Next, number 10.
Magandang araw. Magandang araw, Paduans. My name is Denise Gabriel Albahera and I'm number 10 in the ballot. As a leader, I will work hard and do my best to serve the Paduan community. And I will make sure to do my responsibility on time and welcome all of your ideas. I believe that the most important job as a leader should do is to listen to you and communicate with you. And you might think that voting for someone takes a lot of trust, but we are here to earn your trust and do our best every day. Vote for me, vote for us, vote for Team Love. Sorry.
Ayan, thank you. Next is number 11.
I am here standing in front of you, raising myself because I want you to learn and be more, but especially be the best version of yourselves. I believe that in this world full of academic and personal problems, I must be the inspiration to my fellow students to be positively happy and doing the best they can. Again, 9 is good, 10 is better, but 11 is the best. Once again, I'm Sophia Kim M. Number 11 in the ballot for the lead. Vote for me, vote for us, vote for Team Love.
And lastly, candidate number 11, number 12, sorry, your last statement.
Magandang araw, Paduans. My name is Herbert Joshua E. Jacob. I'm dedicating myself for this position and I will do everything I have to lead as a counselor. And not only that, but I will also assure you that I won't fail and I'll make sure everyone has a smile on their face. Once again, I'm Herbert Joshua E. Jacob, running for the position of student counselor, number 12 in the ballot.
Yeah, all right. And there you have it sa ating Paduans. Ito na ang ating 12 candidates for the position of the counselor. So kayo na ang humusga base sa kanilang plataforma, advokasya at mga plano para sa susunod na taon. So, we can end ang meeting ni Avance na ito. Again, I would like to introduce myself. I am Yuan Heradura, the SGC chairman at ang inyong lingkod ngayong araw. So, a few reminders sa ating elections. Ang election day ay magsisimula shortly after this program at magpapatuloy 24 hours after ng kaniyang opening. So para sa ating closing, let us play the school hymn.
Hail to you, our alma mater. Hail to you, our second home. We the children are yours forever. First to love and for your own. As we stand here, we salute you. Good and loving Paduans school. Proud and happy, we always will be. All the school will learn to love. Over the land and here may we praise. Today, O Lord, our hearts we raise. All this school taught us true. All this love, these joys are yours. Over the land and here may we praise. Today, O Lord, our hearts we raise. All this school taught us true. These joys are yours. These joys are yours.
Yan. So once again, thank you so much sa ating candidates at sa ating Paduans na nanonood ngayon sa ating YouTube Live. And don't forget to vote wisely sa ating election day this April 6 to April 7. Technical, pwede po remove po ng ating presentation.